To do the soft close door wiring, we need to tap the power. So you can find this cable with 2 white connector. So we will try to get the power from the right kick panel, under the right kick panel. So to do it, if you have a 5-seater, just pull this seat up. Okay, just set it like this. There's some connector connecting under the seat, so I'm not removing that. Next, we will need to remove this kick panel. We will try to remove this cover, and then it will get us the access to the power. If you have a 7-seater car, we don't have it here yet, so we don't know how to remove this. But usually, I think you don't need to remove this seats, because the key point is just to remove this piece of thing. So to remove this, there's a tab in here, around here. I will try to loosen it on this side first, and then I'll try to loosen on this side. Try to jiggle it, and then you can slide this thing out. Yeah. In China made car, you have this one. I don't know if you have it in US car. So you need to take out this and then take this out. Yeah. So you need to loosen up the door seal here, the sealing on the door, and then take this out, pull it downward, and then push this out. After that, you will find the DC-DC converter in here. So I take out the cover, so you can tap the power in here. It's a 13mm nuts, so I just need to loosen it and then do my tapping into here. Okay. So I just insert it inside and then tighten it back again. So you have one short wire and one long wire. The short wire goes to the right door, and the long wire will run it behind the car seat, below the seat here, and run all the way onto this side. Yeah. So I'll just set it here first. Running to the rear door is a little bit of a challenge, so we'll show you how to do it. So pry this little push pin out first. To pry it, just insert into the channel and then rotate your flathead screwdriver 90 degrees so it can be taken out. So after that, we will try to loosen up this B-pillar piece. So the trick is to jiggle it so you can force the little fastener up. So like this. Just loosen it enough for your hand to go inside. So, and then we'll try to loosen up this rubber piece here. Yeah. Now we need to disconnect this connector. To do it, take our flathead screwdriver, insert into the upper portion, like in the middle tab, press on it, and do the same thing on the bottom side. So you can see this is the tab I was pushing. So to push down, and then you can release on both up and down side, so that you can pull it out. So in here, you can see this is the door side. So you can see that there's 2 idle hole, big hole, one in here and one in here. So we insert our power and ground for the soft close door into here, this 2 point. But before that, you need to pry this little tab up. You see it's already up. So normally I pry it from the side, use some sharp thing and pry it up a little bit on both sides. So you can see that now it's not flush, so it's good now. So I can take out this little short wire here, the short one. So I'll insert both of them into this 2 hole. It's up to you which one plug to which, but on the other side you need to follow the same procedure. So now I'm plugging the yellow wire beside the red wire. So on the other side of the connector you need to do it the same. So it's inserted, and I'll do it on this hole here. Besides the purple wire is a black wire. Try to insert all the way in and make sure it clicks. If it doesn't, try to use something help to push it inward. Yeah, it's locked. So now it's locked. I will set this back. So now it's good. So then I'll run this wire through this tube back to the door, which I will do later. Of course, it's easier if you run the wire from the tube to here and then do the connection, but normally I would just remove the connector and then do the connection. So it's the same for me, but for you, you can start from here, run the wire from here. Let me show you. So you can choose to run the wire, start from here and then run all the way to here to do the connection. So basically it's the same. So let me show you how you do the other side. So for the other side, the connector is here. You cannot pull this out, so you need to push it in. Push it in until you can get it from behind the door. So it's a little bit tough because the space is quite limited. So let me try to do it. So you can see it from here, and now you need to do the same thing. There's a tab in here. So same with the other side of the connector, you need to pry this up a little bit. So make sure it's not flush, then we can do our insertion. So take out the other side of the wire, which is longer. So you can find, this is the ground, we'll do it later. And this is the terminal. So we'll insert it. So the space is a little bit tight, but remember what we did. We did the black wire besides the purple wire, you see? So I will do the same thing. I will do the purple black wire between the purple and brown wire. So I have inserted it and then it's locked. So after that, just push this back in and lock the thing. And then we can, if you just install the soft close door, now you can put this connector back. And then we do the connector. Yeah, we connect the connector. So after we run the wire for the rear door, we will do the ground in here. So we ignore this one. This one we connect in the last to prevent any short circuit. So the ground for the left side, you can find it in here. After you remove the kick panel, it's in here. So I already tapped it. So some people, if they want to loosen up this one to have easy access, because you need to take out the B pillar, you loosen up there. This is the trick to do the, for US car, I think it's a foam, so you can just pull it out. For China built car, there's some tab in here, so you can just press on here. You see, when you press in here, it can release. So there's one more here. So I press, and then one more here. So after that, you can take this out, and then it gives you a better access point. So after that, I run the wire through the front door. I will also show you how to run the wire easier. So I run it from here. You use your hand to fish the wire, go out and then fish down here. So, but the connector here is a little bit big, so there's a trick to do it. If you see it from here, there's a white tab here, and on here there's a black tab here. So what I do is to use a sharp thing, insert it, and then push it down, and then it can come out. The reason why I said you need to connect the white connector at last, because if you remove the connector and if you run the two wires together, they will create a short circuit. So don't connect the white connector until you finish everything. So I run the wire from here to the door, and then I'll just reconnect it. So this is the left side of the car. For the right side, it's the same except the ground connection, which I'll show you now. So let me finish this one first. Just push it back. There's only one orientation, yes. So it's secured. So now we come to the right side of the car. So the ground is, instead of in the front side, it's on the rear side. So it's here. So behind this B pillar, you take this out, and then there's a ground for connecting it. So running the wire to the front door is the same. So after you run all the 4 doors, power and ground, and reconnect the connector, you can connect the white connector together. And then we will teach you how to do the soft close door install after. So let's start to do with the rear door. To remove the OEM lock is very easy, so we did not take the video. So there's 3 screws, they are T25, Torx 25. So you just unscrew it and then disconnect the connector to the OEM lock, which is very easy to disconnect this one. So you just need to pull this out and then press and pull it out. And then you can take out the emergency wire from here, and then you can pull out the whole door lock. So now we'll show you how to install our soft close door. So in here is a latch motor. So this one is facing towards the lock. You can see a long wire. We already put this rubber thing into the bracket, and then you just need to fix the motor into the bracket. So then now we will fix the bracket into the door. So let me show you how to do it. So in here you can see a little thing, I don't know what it's called, but this is where we put our bracket hole onto. We hang on there, hang like that. Then we will just set this screw in. Yeah, so this is our screw. So with the washer here, we'll screw this into the hole. Let me show you after I finish it. It's just like this. So you can see this is the hole we hang our bracket into, and this one is the screw. This one is the screw that we screw into and fix the bracket. So now the motor is good, and then we will do the next part. So on the latch motor, there's a wire like this. This will lock. It will hook into the soft close door lock unit. Together we have this door handle harness. So on the gray connector side, we'll connect into here. So it's like this, yeah. So make sure you insert it all the way, and then lock it. And then together with the long wire, with this one goes to the door lock. We will do it through this hole. Yeah, so I'll just set it from here. Now we will take out our lock unit here. I'll show you how to do the connection. So on the door lock, you can see this little thing. You need to use your finger to push this up, pull it up, and then we'll hang this, hook it into the mechanism. So now it's hooked, and then we set this into this channel into here. So after that is secured, and then we take out our little plate and then fix it like this. So after that, we also connect this connector into the lower side in the bottom of the lock. So I'll connect it like this. So now it's good. This one, the OEM connector, this connector will go into here, but I cannot demonstrate it right now. So let's try to fix the lock into here first. So I have aligned the screw hole on the door lock with this hole on the door panel. So then we could just need to set the screw and then tighten it. So after that, just connect the OEM connector back to this door lock, and then we can do a test run. So in here, I would do the connection. This is the wire that I already run into, and this one is from the door handle harness. So I'll connect the power and the ground, and then I will do a test run. So to do a test run, you just need to, let me pull out the wire first. Just try to use your hand or a screwdriver and push it down into a half latch position. So it's latched, so it's good. So at last, we run the emergency pull wire in here. So everything is set. We just need to set this emergency pull wire. Do it on the original hole where you remove the OEM emergency cable and set our emergency cable in here. So we'll just set it back into here. So like this. So everything is done, and then you just can put back everything, and you can tidy up the wire a little bit, tie it, cable tie it, and then you can just revert back everything to finish the rear door. For the front door, the installation is pretty much the same, but the bracket, I will show you how to do it. So first I will attach the motor to the bracket first. Okay, so now the motor is attached, so I'll just use this hole and the lower hole to set the motor. So I'll do it like this. So after you set it, one thing to note is that you see this is behind the door panel metal, but the upper one we will set it in front of it. The reason why is that we need to set the screw from behind on the upper one. For the lower one it doesn't matter, but for the upper one, if you set it like this, when the windows go down it will hit our screw. So we'll do it from behind. So you can see that we have set the bracket. This screw will screw from this side, so the bracket piece is behind it. And this one, we'll set the screw from behind to here. It's easier, and the window will not block it. So just set the screw from behind and then screw it in. After you put back and then the rest of the installation is the same as the rear door. So one thing to know after you put everything back, before you put back the door panel, just try to do the window up and down and see if you can hear any noise from lowering the window, to make sure nothing is blocking. If you found that there's a sound, maybe there's possible that this might be hit by the window, but not likely from our experiment. But if in case that happens, you need to thicken up the washer here. Maybe you need to add another washer from the back to shorten the length here. So we have completed the installation of the Model Y soft close door. The installation is a little bit more difficult comparing to a Model 3, but it's still manageable. For those who have a bigger hand, they might need to remove the whole B-pillar to do the connection of the soft close door. You need to insert the terminal. But besides that, everything should be pretty straightforward. You just need to run the power wire on both sides and then run it into the 4 doors. I think the whole installation takes around 5 hours. 1 hour for the door, for the wire running, and each door will take an hour. So maximum take you a day to do it with the right tool. So I hope you like our installation video. Thank you.